Have you ever looked at an area of your life and quietly thought, this part of my life feels dead? Not physically, but emotionally, spiritually, even mentally. Your passion, your joy, your confidence, even your faith. And you've learned how to function, but deep down, you know something is missing. If that is you, this video is for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Times of Refreshing, encouragement for pastor's wife. If you are new here, you're very welcome. My name is Toyin. Here we talk about our joy, our calling, and even our challenges. And I want to use this opportunity to invite you to join our community of pastors' wives. Today we want to talk about when you feel you're just going through the motions, knowing that some things are not actually the way they are in your spiritual life, in your heart, and in everything that, even at times it could be in your marriage, but you are still going through the motions. I know that this happens quite often to a lot of people and also to pastors and pastors' wives. And that's why today we want to talk about it, especially since this is the Resurrection Week. This is a time that God is reviving a lot of things. And I want to pray with you that as we go through this together, I pray that you will find revival in all those things that you probably have given up on and you're just going through the motion. I pray that you will find revival, renewal in them, and then you would have the energy to be able to function the way you are supposed to function once again. The resurrection of Jesus is so powerful because it's not just about what happened way back. It is about what is still possible right now because of the resurrection power. Because the same power that raised Jesus from the dead is still at work today. Not just in miracles we see publicly, but in a quiet restoration happening inside of us. We must first remember that God revives whatever is lost. There are things life can slowly drain out of you, and that's true. Disappointment, pressure, waiting season, serving without replenishing can do that to you. And before you realize it, you're still showing up, but not fully present. But there is hope because God specializes in restoring what feels gone. Not fixing, but actually reviving them. The next thing to know is that death doesn't mean that it's done. Sometimes we assume if it hasn't worked out up till now, it is over. It is lost. It is gone for good. But resurrection teaches us something different. And that is the fact that just because something looks dead, gone, hopeless, does not mean God is finished with you. That dream you buried, that passion you lost, that vision you thought was gone, God can still breathe on it and revive it again. We must also know that revival often starts internally. We often expect revival to look big and visible, but many times it starts quietly. A renewed desire to pray, a small spark of joy returning to us, a shift in our thinking, a moment of clarity. Don't ignore small beginnings at all, because what God is reviving in you often starts within you and not outside of you. Remember, you don't also have to stay in survival mode. No. Some people have been in survival mode for so long, just moving through the motion. That's just getting through the day, and that feels normal. But resurrection power calls you out of survivor and into life. Jesus didn't rise so you could just exist. He rose so you could live fully, deeply, and abundantly. And also, God is making all things new, including you. This season of restoration is not just about recovery. It is actually about renewal. God is not just restoring the old version of you. He's developing a stronger, a wiser, a deeper version of you. So don't be afraid if you are changing, if you are outgrowing old patterns, things don't feel the same. That's not loss. That's actually transformation, and I believe you should embrace it. I want you to take a quiet moment this week and ask yourself, what in me feels drained or dead? Be honest with yourself. There's no pressure, but just awareness. Ask yourself, where do I sense God trying to breathe life into again? It could be small. Please don't overlook or discount it. What steps can I take to partner with this revival? Praying again, resting intentionally, or reconnecting with something meaningful. These are steps you can take to partner with God in this time of revival. And hear this, you are not too far gone. You are not too late. You are not beyond restoration, not at all. If there's still breath in you, there's purpose in you. And if God raised Jesus from the dead, it can definitely restore what you thought was lost, and it will definitely restore it. If this message spoke to you, I want you to declare this in the chat box or to yourself. God is reviving me. And if you know someone who feels stuck, tired, empty, drained, share this message with them, and God will bless you indeed as you do so. So this season is not the end of your story, whatever you're going through. It's the place where life begins again. Because resurrection is not just something we celebrate. It is actually something we should experience. And I pray that you will enjoy that resurrection power, that renewal, that revival, even at this time. Happy Easter. Until next time on Times of Refreshing, have a wonderful, wonderful Easter celebration. Take care of yourself. Trust God again. Breathe again. And see everything through the eyes of faith. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.